Did Jimmy G spill the beans yesterday? Trevor Lawrence locked in as QB1 now. Does he have, quote, greatest of all-time potential?
Oh.
We'll knock that around a little bit.
Wow.
And LeBron thinks the NBA should have their own Hard Knocks. Couldn't agree more. Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome to First Things First. Great show for you today. Jenna Wolf, Nick Wright, Kevin Wildes. We got Greg Jennings with us now. But, Nick, I'll ask you, my favorite show, Hard Knocks. Your favorite guy, LeBron. Yeah. You in on this or not?
Yeah. Oh, I'm in on an NBA Hard Knocks. It should not be the Lakers, however. We will talk about who it should be later, but it should not be the Lakers, however. But, yes, NBA Hard Knocks, good idea. For you. Kevin Wildes could probably produce it. He's probably already negotiating that, I would imagine.
All right. We'll talk about that in a second, but we have to start up in New England with a Patriots issue they haven't had in 2 decades, a quarterback controversy. And guys, this one's a doozy. Pats and Giants had a joint practice yesterday where Mac Jones reportedly lit it up. So lit that Pats beat writer Tom Curran, who was there yesterday, said, listen to this, he said, there's no on-field reason for Cam Newton to ever take a meaningful regular season snap for the Patriots while Mac Jones is upright and able. Boom! The week-to-week, day-to-day, play-to-play competency of Jones for the past 3 weeks has, in my estimation, and those of most of the people watching every rep, put to bed all debate about who is the better quarterback for the Patriots in 2021. Jones' performance Wednesday in the Patriots' 150-minute joint practice with the Giants, it tucked debate in and turned out the light. Wow! We got something to talk about for Kevin Wildes' Patriots. But, Nick, I'm going to let Wildes simmer a little. Start with you. Now, Cam Newton actually returns from COVID protocol today. But has Mac Jones officially won the QB competition?
Oh, I don't think he's officially won the quarterback competition. I think Tom Curran did what Tom Curran is sometimes prone to do, which is lean into hyperbole, and that's why he's great. That's fine. I don't think the competition is over. However, I do think this is a lesson for all the viewers out there, whether they're aspiring pro athletes or not. This is why it's dangerous to miss work. I know it's very in vogue amongst people my age and younger to get on social media and be like, take all your vacation days. You take, self-care. Yeah, okay, that's fine, but you might get replaced. Like, I'm a big believer in it's very hard to get rid of the guy who's always there. I'm just
anti-self-care.
It's
a hot take.
No, it's not.
Good morning, everybody.
Well, you know what? You have even more time for self-care if you're unemployed. Like, you got all the time in the world if you're just scanning the job listings. And Cam Newton missed basically a week of work for totally preventable reasons, and now all of a sudden he might have a lot more of missed work for preventable reasons, which is Mac Jones might take his job. And, Greg, I think Bill Belichick wanted and planned and hoped to start Cam Newton week 1 against the Miami Dolphins. I think those wants and plans and hopes are now very much in the air, and I don't know that Belichick wants to do that anymore anyway. So, yeah, I don't think Mac Jones has officially won the competition. But I guarantee you it is closer right now than it has been at any moment since the Patriots put the pick in, and that's Cam's own doing, and a credit to evidently how well Mac Jones has played over these last few days of practice.
Yeah, well, Mac Jones obviously has done his job because he has everyone in New England talking about him and his performance, which is what you want to do when you are given this type of an opportunity. Cam, on the other hand, he's done what most veteran players thinks is okay and that they can get away with because of what they've done and what history has proven and provided and shown us that I am this player. I am great. I can bounce back. But when you decide to do something that puts the team in harm or in jeopardy or puts a coach in an unknown and unfamiliar territory, it is hard to rebuild and restack that trust. And so when I look at what Tom Curran is saying, I find it hard to believe that Mac Jones has outright won the job in 5 practices. However, I will say this. I've been in a situation when I first got into Green Bay, and I was in a very, very competitive receiver room. Donald Driver was the #1 guy, and we didn't know who was going to be #2. Robert Ferguson was the guy. There was Rod Gardner, former first-round pick, a lot of other guys. And
tell us how you took their job, Greg. Tell us how you did it. I want to hear it.
A couple of those guys got injured. I was healthy. Yeah. I was there every single day. I performed excellent every single day. I popped
put the team on your back
every single day. And I put the team on my back.
Yeah.
But it created an open door for me to be the only one being seen and talked about. And in this situation, that is what Cam Newton has provided for Mac Jones, which is why, while it is going to be a much more difficult situation and decision for Bill Belichick and staff to just outright hand the job to Cam Newton.
Yeah, so I think he might end up handing the job to Mac Jones. And this has been a rising tide. Oddly, we haven't seen any video of this practice. We've just seen a bunch of reports. So I was in a kind of a tough spot. I was like, I can't get up to Foxborough. There's no video. So, football season's coming. So I had to send a friend. Old Ulysses comes back with a report from Foxborough. Guess who is returned from Foxborough with the news? Oh, he's a little bit damaged, but he's back. Oh, it's a long trip from New England, my friend. It's okay. If we can show the petition of some of the news that he has brought back to me, I'm listening. Don't worry, Ulysses. Boom, Mac meeting the moment from Mike Reese. What else do we have? I think our guy Evan says Mac shredded the Giants starting defense. Jeff Howe gave us a double whammy there. Mac had 18 consecutive completions and also a surgical 35 for 40. I don't want to get too excited, although I am excited, and I brought a bird onto the set. But Nick, and this is just practice, but you know what it felt like? You know who else started to make a lot of noise in practice? Old Patrick Mahomes. You started to hear the rumblings out of Kansas City. Ooh, this Mahomes kid in practice, he's doing things that we've never seen before. Have you seen reviews like this out of a guy that there was question marks about? I don't know, Mac Jones. It has been overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Not one person said, hey, you know what, Mac Jones, okay. It's the one person who didn't like Forrest Gump. Not a fan. What? Stop trying to be unique. It's like your take on self-care. You're like, everyone agrees with it. Not me. No one. He went 100 for 100 for reviews, 100% on the Mac Jones Rotten Tomatoes rookie QB rating. I couldn't be happier.
I wanted to be with you. Well, all right, I'm happy for you, and I wanted to be with you. But you're like a gymnast that has these unbelievable in-the-air vault routines, and then every time when it's time to land, not only do you not stick the landing, you end up falling off the apparatus entirely. It always happens. You have the makings of a great take, and then you can't land it. You're like, hey, you know what it reminds me of? Mahomes. No, it reminds me of almost all the reviews we typically get about a guy who had a good practice. But that's not the point. The point is they were really good reviews about a guy who had a good practice, and the other guy's reviews are nothing because he was on Zoom. So I'm not ready to give it 100 out of 100 Rotten Tomatoes rating, but the other movie's not in theaters anymore.